Today's broadcast presentation is the property of the National Sports Broadcast Network and NSBNsports.com. This broadcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or distributed in any form without the express written consent of NSBN. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. For permissions or licensing, please contact NSBN. We appreciate you tuning in.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning, they're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades, they're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. When I'm making a wide turn in my bus, I'll remember to be careful. Please give me plenty of space to finish my turn before you drive ahead. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Do you know a veteran in need? Nation's Finest, through the VA's Supportive Services for Veteran Families program, helps veterans and their families struggling with rent, employment, and other housing-related costs. Today, Nation's Finest operates more than 30 locations in California, Arizona, and Nevada, helping thousands of veterans every year. Visit nationsfinest.org or call 1-833-468-9676. That's 1-833-468-9676.
The last class of the day for my student athletes isn't English, science, or math. It's school sports, where the #1 priority is teaching, just like every other classroom. As their coach, I help them grow as leaders and become better people, preparing them for the game and, more importantly, for life. That's why the best wins are the lessons they learn, which will impact them long after their playing days are over. Encourage your student to participate in school sports.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Looking for something fun for the whole family? Chattanooga FC has you covered. Bring everyone out to Finley Stadium for a night full of energy, excitement, and so much to do. It's a place where fans of all ages can come together and be part of something special. From the first whistle to the final moment, there's always something happening. Make it a night to remember with Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
Come on, Liam, let's go! Get open! Come on, go for it! Wake up! Wake up, Liam! Oh, come on, use your head! Gotta want it! Dominate!
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know. We're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. Like, it's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The moment happens fast. The replay lives here. NSBNsports.com brings you every highlight, every update, and every story that matters. From the biggest plays to the latest news, it's all right here on NSBN. Watch the top moments, catch the viral plays, stay ahead of every story. Follow at NSBN Sports across social media for highlights, clips, and real-time updates. Stay connected, stay in the game. At NSBN Sports across the web.
The action doesn't stop when the game ends. Stay connected with Chattanooga FC all season long. Follow along for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Catch the biggest plays, the best goals, and the stories that matter most. Be part of the conversation and stay close to the club every single day. Follow Chattanooga FC on social media and never miss a moment. ChattanoogaFC.com.
Meet Keith, loving dad, board game champ, bus driving pro.
I drive 65,000 miles in my bus each year. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like how there are some things I simply can't see. On my route the other day, a car tried to sneak past me and ends up right in my blind spot. I turned slowly, so accident avoided. But no car should be in the blind spot for a 40,000-pound bus. It's our roads. It's our safety.
Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Rep your club. Rep your city. Chattanooga FC gear is the perfect way to show your pride every day. From t-shirts and hats to scarves and more, there's something for every fan. Whether you're at the match or out around town, you can wear the badge with pride. Stand out in the crowd and be part of the movement that makes this club special. Gear up today and take Chattanooga FC with you wherever you go. Shop now and represent Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
When I started school sports, I didn't know who I wanted to be. I just wanted to play.
But looking back, I developed character, resilience, and integrity. And now I'm settled in a career. I'm a leader to my own kids and my community. I know who I am and where I belong, and it started with school sports. I found my place. Find yours.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. When I'm driving my truck, I'll remember to check my mirrors for smaller vehicles. And when you're on the road, try to avoid lingering in my blind spots. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
Plan on flying? It's time to upgrade to a real ID. Because in order to board domestic flights, your driver's license or state-issued ID must be a real ID, or you'll need another acceptable form of identification. So don't wait. Find out how to get your real ID at tsa.gov/real ID. That's tsa.gov/real ID, or visit your local DMV. And then you'll be cleared for takeoff.
Hello, I'm Kevin, President of the Dementia Society of America. Request our free guide. It includes information on brain health checkups and much more. Go to 1-800-DEMENTIA.org or call 1-800-DEMENTIA. Your brain will thank you.
how can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning, they're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades, they're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. When I'm making a wide turn in my bus, I'll remember to be careful. Please give me plenty of space to finish my turn before you drive ahead. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Do you know a veteran in need? Nation's Finest, through the VA's Supportive Services for Veteran Families program, helps veterans and their families struggling with rent, employment, and other housing-related costs. Today, Nation's Finest operates more than 30 locations in California, Arizona, and Nevada, helping thousands of veterans every year. Visit nationsfinest.org or call 1-833-468-9676.
Across cities, across teams, across the country. One moment brings it all together.
Fighting for possession as it's sent to the other side of the 6, and the howitzer is buried.
The crowd rises. The stakes get higher. And under the lights, anything can happen. This is where rivals meet.
Back for it. A foot race. He's got it and finished beautifully.
Where heroes are made. Where the game comes alive.
From the spot, banged off the keeper and cleared.
This is prime time.
Touchdown!
This is the National Sports Broadcast Network.
Pro Side Soccer kicks off in just moments from inside of Chattanooga's Fenway Stadium. The Windy City has sent the Chicago Fire to battle Chattanooga Football Club, and we will have full live coverage for you. Before we dive into this, before we get to starting lineups, formations, and so much more, it's time to learn about Chattanooga's Summer of Soccer. This is what's in store for you.
This summer, Chattanooga comes together. Music, fireworks, family, community, and some of the best soccer in America. Chattanooga Football Club Summer of Soccer starts here. CFCTix.com.
We're excited to announce that on July 4th at 7:30 p.m., we will host for the first ever soccer game in Erlanger Park against Inter Miami 2.
This is the tentpole event.
Erlanger Park was designed to do things like this.
We're fortunate in that when they built the stadium, they built it with soccer in mind. So we knew there would always be a possibility we could play a game here. And For me, like I just love the city of Chattanooga. I want it to grow and continue to expand as much as it can, and this is just kind of part of that. Another way to hopefully open up eyes to people that maybe haven't necessarily been to the Erlanger Park or haven't been to Finley Stadium to watch us play, that will allow the entertainment spectacle that both teams are putting on to grow.
Being on July 4th is perfect. It's America's pastime and a beautiful game on our Independence Day. So we think it's going to be a real great collaboration between the teams. And the reality is this is Erlanger Park, and the front of our kit is Erlanger. So it's really going to be an awesome opportunity to highlight one of the great features of the city, which is Erlanger system.
Play lives here, and SBNSports.com brings you every highlight, every update, and every story that matters. From the biggest plays to the latest news, it's all right here on NSBN. Watch the top moments, catch the viral plays, stay ahead of every story. Follow at NSBN Sports across social media for highlights, clips, and real-time updates. Stay connected, stay in the game. At NSBN Sports across the web.
The action doesn't stop when the game ends. Stay connected with Chattanooga FC all season long. Follow along for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Catch the biggest plays, the best goals, and the stories that matter most. Be part of the conversation and stay close to the club every single day. Follow Chattanooga FC on social media and never miss a moment. ChattanoogaFC.com. Rep your club, rep your city. Chattanooga FC gear is the perfect way to show your pride every day. From t-shirts and hats to scarves and more, there's something for every fan. Whether you're at the match or out around town, you can wear the badge with pride. Stand out in the crowd and be part of the movement that makes this club special. Gear up today and take Chattanooga FC with you wherever you go.
This is the National Sports Broadcast Network. Free and live sports from NSBNSports.com.
This is Chattanooga. One city, one club. 16 years ago, you built something real.
3-0 Chattanooga Football Club!
A club founded and owned by the people. Rooted in the heart of Chattanooga.
Bicycle kick, he scores!
For the city, for the community, for us.
Chattanooga way out in front at home!
But everyone doesn't do it the Chattanooga way. We have roots, history, purpose. No matter what came at us, you stood up for CFC. Finley Stadium became a home. Chattanooga stood tall, decided we're always better together. Why try to divide a family? All are welcome here, but there's only one Chattanooga, and there's only one Chattanooga Football Club. This is where legends rise. This is where the real Chattanooga grows stronger. When they step onto our pitch, make them feel a city united under one crest. They say the sincerest form of flattery is imitation. So thank you for recognizing that what we have is something that you want. CFC was built, not bought.
In Chattanooga, it's almost time for kickoff between Chicago Football Club and, of course, Chattanooga. CFC playing host to the Fire of Chicago tonight in what should be a really good battle between these two. Where they're at in the table and more in just a moment. But firstly, Chattanooga, it's 21 days since the last time they played here at home. Earned another pair of crucial points on the road, a 1-1 draw in a 5-4 shootout win at NYCFC 2. That came last Sunday. The boys in blue, 7 points in their last 3 matches. So staying hot, looking good, bringing their season total 26 points earned in league play. Obviously going to need to keep that going tonight. It would be huge to pick up even just a point at home and keep things moving. Chattanooga well inside of the playoff mix, heading into the second meeting with Chicago Fire this season. Last weekend, Chattanooga maintained 6th place in the Eastern Conference standings. The club still sits 3rd in the Southeast Division. Against Chicago CFC, fell 2-1 on the road back on March 15th. Alex McGrath scored that lone goal. This will be the only matchup between the two at Finley Stadium this season. Chattanooga has never beaten Chicago. They have never played to an outright win against the Chicago Fire side. They're looking to change that tonight. Chicago, in addition to the Southeast Division for 2026, Chattanooga slated to travel to the Windy City one final time on September 20th to close out the regular season window. Also, worth noting, a little fun one, Baldwin the alpaca is here from the Chattanooga Zoo. Baldwin is down along the side of the pitch right now. Love to see it. Hi, Baldwin. A dance party on the pitch. An exciting day between these two sides. 7 o'clock kickoff, so we're just moments from that as the public address announcer is walking through the starting lineup. I'll do that for you in just a moment. Our referees today, Amin Hadzik, Austin Holt, Tom Felice, Rebecca Luther, and that is head referee, the 2 ARs, the 4th official. We've had Amin Hadzik before, likes to keep that whistle tight to the vest, so could be a good thing for Chattanooga. Chicago Fire took their last regulation win on Sunday, a 2-1 result over New England Revolution. Dean Bolt scored his team-leading 4th goal of the season. The win saw Chicago improve to 5-5-4, 3 shootout wins on the season, and add 3 to its 22-point total. So going into today, Chicago Fire 10th in the Eastern Conference, 5th in the Southeast. They're in the middle of a 3-match road trip. Just 1-4-2 on the road this season. A win would be huge for Chicago, as we are just seconds away from kick between these two. Both teams 14 shots per match, 6 on goal per match for Chattanooga, 4 for Chicago Fire, 4 blocked shots per match for Chicago Fire, 3 for Chattanooga. Possession has been really good for Chattanooga, 80% to the 83% of Chicago. 6 corners per match, 6 crosses for Chattanooga, 4 for Chicago Fire. That's the overall number. Starting lineups in just a moment as we are underway between Chattanooga and Chicago Fire inside of Finley Stadium. Hi, glad you're along with me. I'm Gabriel Fry. It's Pro Side Soccer in Chattanooga, Tennessee. Just getting started. Chicago way on the bank with the ball. Jason Nemo will put us back underway with a quick flick forward. He's the goalkeeper. Chicago running a 4-2-3-1. That back line is Christopher Cups, Emiliano Chavez, Damian Neck, the center back, Charles Nagel. In front of him in the midfield, Fleming, Oscar Pineda, and Villanueva. And the front line getting things pressed forward and trying to move this through Dean Bolts, Robert Turdine, Milan Napo. Midfield, it's Chicago's going to try a long ball down the right touchline. Gathered, and he is clear to work from inside of the wing. Rolled out front, disrupted, it rolls off and stays with Chicago. To be thrown in by the Fire and Fleming. JP, the midfielder. Chicago back toward midfield and rolled behind it from the circle. Across, gathered up quickly by Chavez. Emiliano, the left back. He's going to air it through towards the 18. Chicago's got the football and they're working. 3 inside of the 18 on the left side of the box. It's bent long and over the top errantly by Damian Villanueva. A good shot by the attacker, but just a bit too much sauce. Chattanooga, old familiar face between the sticks, and Eldin Jakupovic. The back line in this 4-2-3-1 deployed by Richard Dixon includes Matthias Hanchard, Farid Sarsar, Stevie Luis Jean, and in midfield we'll see Luke Kuzakiewski and the captain Alex McGrath alongside him. Pressing forward into the attacking shape, Eats Chayap, Damian Barker, John, Daniel Mangarov, Anthony Sorensen, and Keegan Anselin for Chattanooga. Haven't seen a lot of starts for Keegan Anselin at his time. Big body and presence on the field. Love seeing Big 26 out there as Chattanooga is still trying to figure out how best to use him. Second minute is wrapped up. We're midway through our third minute between Chattanooga and Chicago Fire. Again, Chattanooga has never beat Chicago Fire. Flip backwards to the back line from midfield by Chicago. Turdine finds some help. Forward goes Chicago all the way through, and this one rattles and rolls to LD. Jakupovic gloves it for Chattanooga, and he'll put us back underway. Hanchard. Eldin Jakupovic, screamer over the top, an aerial ball. Fight for it in the wing on the close side. Chattanooga all the way alongside the 18. It's sent off, and McGrath forces Chicago to throw it back in as we roll into the fourth minute. That's a new sign. I don't think I've seen that yet. There's a banner hanging on the front of the Chattahooligans section 109 that says, "This font sucks." I just realized it's the MLS Next Pro font. Probably shouldn't laugh at that. Thrown downfield by Chattanooga and gathered up as they try to get on the attack. This is knocked away. Chattanooga floater down into the wing. The Fire able to play it defensively. It's last touched by the defender, and so Chattanooga will throw in from the wing. It's Nagel. Fifth minute underway. Chattanooga, Chayap tried to find the end line and just overshot. So Chicago goal kick. Nemo will put us back underway. Chattanooga looked really good against New York City Football Club 2. Able to pull out a couple of points there, and they're resting well in the Eastern Conference. Leading the way is Columbus Crew up in Ohio. They've got 32 points, followed by Crown Legacy. They've got 30, and the Red Bulls in New York, they've got 28 points, tied with Orlando City B, who's in fourth in the table. Right behind them, also tied in fifth, New England's Revs. Northeast, I'm telling you, it's dangerous. You got the Portland Hearts of Pine up there. You got the New York clubs. Speaking of which, NYCFC is in seventh with 25 points. One position behind Chattanooga, who's in sixth. And in eighth, Atlanta United 2. And they would be the last ones in if the season ended today for the playoff. Toronto City is behind Atlanta in ninth. They're out with 22 points. Chicago Fire in 10th, 2 spots out of the playoff. Philly Union 11th, Connecticut United in the 12th spot. Huntsville 13, Carolina 14, Cincy in 15, and Inter Miami in the 16th spot. 6 minutes is halfway gone. Still a clean sheet as possession dribbled back and forth in midfield and now lost by Chattanooga to the Chicago Fire. They'll take over and go 15 yards behind the center field stripe where they'll get back to work. Delivered across to Neck. Damian back line. Nagel likes what he's seeing. Charles leaves it off across. Fleming the third, the captain, goes forward over the top and Chattanooga steals it away. Eves. A little give and go for the Chattanooga Football Club. Hanchard. Centering ball. Trying to find a little help. Huzakiewski. Alongside Hanchard, the only player up there bringing some pressure is Dean Bolts. Chattanooga's going to try it long over the top for Anselin, who nods it into the air, and Chicago will take it away harmlessly. Just a little effortless collection by Nemo, the keeper, and the Fire of Chicago. No work necessary to keep things moving their way. back line for the Chicago Fire. Sent long over the top. And this is gathered by Chattanooga's Zeldin Jakupovic. The ball comes down alongside the center back for Chattanooga. He's easy able to keep that protected, keep it rolling all the way to Eldine. Keeper picks it up, and we are going to get back underway in our 8th minute, where we're still scoreless as we're just breaking this thing in. Chattanooga's Jakupovic walking it outside of the 18 from left to right. Flipped towards midfield. Here is a long ball by Farid Sarsar, who tries this. Gathered just beyond center field. Chattanooga dished back across. And now Husikowski, not liking what he sees, tries the back line. Chattanooga trying to force Chicago out of position. The Fire back in a defensive shell are able to clear this to midfield as Chattanooga can't penetrate on a long ball. Fire take it down in the center field circle. Long feed over the top, gloved by Eldine. Jakupovic instead going to kick this across and keep us moving. Chattanooga toward midfield, building out slowly. They'll return into the back line and reset to some degree. Chattanooga not seeing anywhere to go. Still scoreless as we're early in this one in the 9th minute. Sent through towards the 18, Chattanooga Football Club. And Anselin returns it to Eves. Chayup on the center field stripe. Aired out across, around a would-be defender. Tagged up by Chattanooga. Almost able to intercept is Turdine, but instead Chattanooga with the ball. Cutting to the end line, centering feed out front. Anselin around the defender, a shot battered away. Hammered to the right stick, saved again. Anselin inside is contested heavily as the Chicago Fire clear this out of the 18. The Fire just able to keep the sheet clean. In the 10th minute, Chattanooga puts 3 quality looks on the sticks, and instead, unbelievable play by Nemo inside of the 18-yard box. Chattanooga rolled down the midfield stripe. Pumped and delivered. Sent forward, one pass now two, misdirected. Anselin was looking for McGrath. Instead, it's stolen by the Chicago Fire. I'm watching on the board here inside of the venue the replay. One shot from Anselin, perfectly saved. Then it couldn't be put back. It was hammered to the right stick. Nemo dives and makes the play. Chattanooga gets a 3rd shot off, and then it's cleared out of there. Very close. Very close. Instead, we remain scoreless, a clean sheet, as we roll out of minute 11 into minute 12 between these two. Chicago Fire from midfield. A blown tire as a man goes down. And a yellow card shown early to Chattanooga. We'll see the yellow shown to Chattanooga's Husikowski.
The referee has issued
He was standing.
number 18.
Okay, it is Husikowski beside Luis Jean. At least that's what our spotter is saying. It could still be Stevie Luis Jean. I'm going to watch the replay on the in-venue board. Husikowski is the one who was jostling with him, and that's a good draw of the card. Whether or not it's actually a good call, sold it well. Chicago's a tough city, a lot of grit down there, or up there, I should say, on Lake Michigan. They're resilient. They've been through a lot of tough times. It's a beautiful place full of friendly people, but how on brand is it for a resilient city to name their soccer club after the greatest tragedy in the history of the city? The Great Chicago Fire of 1871 destroyed most of the city. Chicago said, yeah, let's name that our club, Chicago Fire. I love it. Very Chicago way to embrace resilience. If you can't outrun the fire, put it on the crest. Corner going to be awarded to Chicago as Chattanooga harmlessly chipped that away. Here's the delivery just inside of play. Rolled out front looking for the connection. This one tagged up by Robert. Left off. Long ball for the 6 is gloved by Eldin Jakupovic. Well beyond a dozen minutes played as we're about to roll into the 14th and still scoreless. A lot of back and forth early. Feels like a little match of checkers rather than chess. Dished across. Controlled by Chattanooga, and they'll brush it to their own back line. Buddy. Eldin across to Hanchard. Chattanooga's all the way back just beyond their own 18. Now a couple of passes and an aerial ball long over the top for the final third. Chattanooga has a man run down and no call. No call on that is abysmal, abhorrent. Oh, wow, that's bad. And that's what I get for crediting the official during the pregame. Ouch. It's going to happen. You're going to miss a call or two. That is rough. A blatant shove just outside of the 18-yard box. Should have been perfect positioning. Now a collision on the other end as Eldin comes out to nod a ball away. No call and we play on. They're replaying the shove on the scoreboard in the venue. Ooh, maybe that was the right call. That's pretty close. Chattanooga across that back line. Midfield. Mangarov. Stolen away by the Fire of Chicago. He's just trying to get this back into their own final third and keep it away. Cutting to the inside and upfield, Neg. Damian hits the brakes, 20 yards behind the midfield stripe and looking downfield. Still scoreless, midway through the 16th minute. We've played a little more than a quarter of an hour between these two. Damian again on top of the football. Delivered inside, Chattanooga trying to steal this away, and Stevie can't get to that. Back line for the Fire. Nemo, the keeper, from just behind the penalty arc, distributes across. Chicago just in front of their own 18. Pitching it back and forth. And now Nemo will be the one to look downfield with it. Keeper goes across. Chicago beyond the stripe. Chattanooga takes it away. Mangarov inside to Anselin. Keegan to Farid. Sarsar. Hanchard to Eldin. And Jakupovic, Chattanooga's goalkeeper, from on top of the penalty arc. He'll start Chattanooga again from their own back third. From left to right, they're working in this first half, wearing their home navies. Chattanooga forward, Mangarov. And they don't like the pressure from the Fire. Here comes Chicago, bearing down on top of Eldin. They're able to keep it away. Chattanooga. Inside of the 18, rolled back again to Jakupovic, who distributes. Down the touchline on the far side, Hancher for Chattanooga's football club. This is a floater that's tagged up. Chattanooga FC. Alex McGrath skies this over the top where Chicago is trying to clear it out of there. Touched around by Anselin and misdirected. Could not connect with Alex. Throw in coming. From just in front of section 109. Chattanooga to throw in. Long toss on the design play for the 6-yard box, knotted once then twice away by the Fire of Chicago. A prime chance busted up by the Windy City, and now blown dead by Hansick, our referee. So Chattanooga will have another prime chance on the throw-in. Still scoreless, a clean sheet in the 19th minute of play between these two sides. The Scenic City bearing down on Chicago. To throw in, Sorensen. Anthony tosses this over the top, misdirected. This one sent into the air. Chattanooga will regather quickly on the close side. Barker John cutting it upfield alongside the front of the 18. Tries to knife it through and taken by Chicago. Fire. Dumped out of there. Chattanooga will have to run it down. Glad you're along for the ride. Still scoreless between these two. Almost into the 20th minute with an unbelievable clean sheet. We've seen some really good chances for both sides. We've got Baldwin the Alpaca here, a dance party tonight. Would love to have you along for the ride. You can still join us. It's not too late. Come on down, buy tickets at the gate. Or join us next time on the 4th of July, ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. Hancher building out from the back third for Chattanooga, Sorensen. All the way to the keeper, LD. Jakupovic rolled over the top of the synthetic turf. Chattanooga midfield. CFC fighting it through traffic. Damian Barker John, he's got a convoy with him, and the 3 Chicagoans are able to knife that ball out of there, pickpocketed by Sticky Boots. Chicago Fire. Sent inside and across. Good build out to Cups. Christopher, highly regarded as a top center back in the States. This is a development program that's really been a big piece of the success of the Chicago Fire, and they've continued to grow and build. They've got a community center with a couple of pitches for community matches as the ball's sent long and taken away by Chattanooga, who will clear it back through midfield. 2 synthetic turf fields outside, 2 inside an inflated dome. Collision. Huzakuski draws the call. Chattanooga will play on. They let the community play on those. It used to be their training ground, and they built an unreal 7-field facility. 2 full synthetic turf fields, 5 grass fields. One of them is hybrid, so it's part synthetic turf, part grass. All of the real grass controlled by a sophisticated underground steam-powered system that heats them. And so the grass is kept alive through the winter by underground steam. A long ball downfield for Anselin is pulled to the ground, and no call, and the Chattahooligans not happy about that either. Now, the last time that happened, the replay did not look as bad as it did in real time. 22nd minute is here, still scoreless. Chicago with the ball on their back line. The Fire sent that forward. One connection, then another. Damian doesn't like it, so back to the back line. Flipped across by Cups. Trying to build out from midfield, walking it forward, and doesn't like what he sees. Christopher down the touchline on the right side. That's the far side for us. Stolen away in midfield by Barker John. He sends it along, a foot race. The Chicagoan disrupted by Chattanooga. Anselin out front. Here's Akuski and Anselin just alongside the 18. Here's Akuski, steps to the end line, and a pass inside deflected away. Very, very well done defensively by Emiliano Chavez. Stays with him, stays with Akuski down into the wing towards the end line. A shot hammered off of him, and it goes out, but the initial scoring threat eliminated. Chicago has a moment to get set for a throw-in by Chattanooga. Back toward midfield, Farid. Sar to the circle. Chattanooga. Sent forward and tagged up, and this is rolled off. Parker John, the intended recipient of that feed, instead kind of pinballs off of him. Chattanooga will throw it again. Eves to deliver. Chayap, the design throw-in play for Anselin in front of the 18. Flicked out front. Here's Akuski, a roper across to Mangadov. Daniel steps it down into the wing, looking inside of the area. Pinballed off a defender through to the end line. He's run down, and this one is goal kick for Chicago. A lot of physicality on that side down near the wing. Mangadov trying to come through on Damian, and that's the right call to hold off on the whistle there. Mangadov loses his footing. It doesn't really look like there's too much physical contact. He did have a hand planted on his back, but no shoving, no collision, no aggression. Replay on. Chicago with the ball. 24th minute, about to become the 25th. Still a clean sheet between these two. The Fire trying to build out from midfield. Rolled to the back line. Damian on top of the ball. Chicago across to the close side as they build out right to left. Forward through toward the 18. The Fire in the wing on the left. A floater for the spot glove by Eldin Jakupovic in the 25th minute. Easily grabbed. Eldin continues to look electric for Chattanooga. He was great in New York. Eldin is waving his hands. I'm not sure if he's calling to his teammates or the crowd, trying to get somebody to do something. Hey, turn it up here. Chattanooga, skeetering, bouncing pass up forward to midfield. To the back line again, Matthias. Hanchard hits the brakes on top of the 18 and hands it off. Jakupovic skies this for the circle, knotted through, rolling down the touchline. The Fire battling Chayap. This one taken away by Chattanooga, no call. Out to the circle, here's Akuski. Luke. Stolen, intercepted perfectly by Chicago. Very well done. Milan took that away, the midfielder, to the back line of the Windy City. They're going to play pitch and catch. Almost through into our 27th minute, where we're still scoreless between Chicago and Chattanooga. Sun starting to set in Tennessee. A beautiful day today. Lookout Mountain just behind us, casting golden rays down over the top of the turf. Chicago, roper feed down the touchline, just outside of the 18, knifes his way through toward the corner and hits the brakes. Chattanooga there defensively. Anthony Sorensen is able to disrupt, and McGrath helps him take it away for Chattanooga in the open of the 27th minute. Knotted back toward the 18, almost taken back by the Chicago Fire, and then it's drilled out toward midfield for Chattanooga. Comes out right near the scorer's table, so that's where Chicago will take back over. Quickly thrown in. Long floater downfield. Chicago not liking what they're seeing. That back line looking for a way to build through. Chattanooga back in a defensive shell. Here's a long ball over the top, and Eldine flashing the gloves. Hammers a feed downfield, looking into that final third for help, and it's misdirected. Couldn't quite hook up with Alex McGrath. Chicago will steal it away out of the air. Cups was right there, took it down, gives it off to Damian. And Chattanooga's camped to the man from Spennymoor in England. Still shadowing them. Tries to pickpocket a man from behind here. Chicago does keep possession. Fire across the backside of the midfield circle. Roping feed forward. Chicago building through. McGrath still right there as this is kept away. Damian rolled across. Chicago, 28th minute, about to become the 29th. Scoreless between these two. Anselin right there, giving across. Neck forward toward the wing. Tagged up by the Fire. Center field circle. Left off, down the left wing, toward the end line. Chicago. Sent out front. Fire, cut it through, and the floater is going to go all the way through to the corner. Chicago will have to reset and get on the attack again. Halfway through the 29th minute. Here comes Chicago to the penalty arc, and a howitzer over the top. Goes well wide. The Fire do create a scoring chance. The shot not on target, well outside of his mark. It's not a bad look. You'll take those anytime you can get them. But it's goal kick for Chattanooga and Eldine.
Fans, the head official has signaled for a hydration break.
We're going to take a hydration break here in Tennessee as we're in the 29th minute. We'll return with more Pro Side Soccer in a moment from Chattanooga and Finley Stadium, home of CFC.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning, they're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades, they're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. When I'm making a wide turn in my bus, I'll remember to be careful. Please give me plenty of space to finish my turn before you drive ahead. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
This is the National Sports Broadcast Network. Free and live sports from NSBNsports.com.
Delivered perfectly to the back of the net.
Now we go back to Gabriel Schrei for more live coverage.
In Chattanooga, still scoreless, had a quick hydration break, and now we played 1/2 of an hour between these two. 31-20 showing on the clock in the 32nd minute. Building out from midfield, and this one rolled along by Chattanooga all the way to Nemo, the keeper of the Fire. Ball finds its way to his gloves. Nemo puts us back underway. Midfield for Chicago. Damian tries to center it up, stolen by Chattanooga. Daniel Mangadov, a handoff. Sorensen pickpocketed by the Fire. Husakiewski takes it right back for Chattanooga from midfield. Rolled in front of the final third. Chattanooga all the way over the top, and Nemo comes out to greet this. "33rd minute. Scoreless. Chicago on the handoff from Nemo. Rushing through to the center field circle. Anselin cuts him down. The Fire return this to their center back. No call from Hadzik. He lets him play. He's been pretty good about keeping what he's called, what he's blown for, even both ways. Impressed with that. Chicago's able to get it through down in front of the 18. Left off, a lot of room for the Windy City. Aired out over the top, and this one a little too much juice as it's going to skeeter and bounce off over near the corner. Chattanooga will throw in. Thrown on. This is knotted through once, then twice. Chicago trying to get back on the attack. They're just on the edge of the final third, and now established clean possession. It's returned to the midfield stripe. Across toward the far touchline. Fire from right to left. Here they come. Flick forward. Chicago nowhere to go, so they'll return to that back line again. Trying to build it through. Going on in front of him. And this is going to be misdirected. Trying for that quick feed. Chattanooga will take over and throw in. Chattanooga, a couple quick passes, then it's taken right back by the Fire. Chicago down the right side for the 18. Big collision. Goal kick, Chattanooga. Couple of hips came together. Barker John steals this away. Chattanooga going to try midfield. Chattanooga across from center field over the stripe. Barker John has it stolen away by Damian. One connection, then two. Building out towards the circle as the Fire are cut down. McGrath will end up leaving this ball with Chicago. All the way to the center back, Cups. Emiliano. Picking his way over the top of the turf, walking slowly. Chavez and company see this rejected by Chattanooga. It's a foot race back to the ball, and it's won by Chicago. 36 minutes, still scoreless between these two sides. Aired out. Just behind the circle, Chattanooga. Gonna see this one moving forward with the Fire. Down toward the final third. Chicago, stolen away by Farid, and Sarsar sends this long where it's directed to the touchline, and now hammered for the wing. Keegan Anselin staying on sides, cuts to the end line. Anselin is run down and unable to get a quality feed inside, looking to go into the 18 toward the spot. He was coming down the left touchline, really quality chance for Chattanooga. The Fire do a good job of keeping with him. Chattanooga draws the corner. Quality set piece chance for Chattanooga. Chattanooga has never beaten Chicago Fire. Scoreless. 37th minute becomes the 38th. Chattanooga the corner from the far side. McGrath the captain to deliver. Alex steps, hammers this long over the top, backside of the 6. Anselin can't get a good nod on it. This will roll off and go down over the end line. Chattanooga, another set piece chance awarded. Back-to-back corners for Chattanooga's football club. I believe Mangarov will be the one to deliver the corner this time. McGrath shadowing the backside of the 6 now. Everybody's down on the right end of the field here. It's about to become the 39th minute where it's scoreless. Mangarov in the close corner. 18-yard box is filled up with Chicagoans and Chattanooga's. Mangarov, the signal. He steps and fires, long ball through, nodded and perfectly gloved by Nemo. He finds it in traffic. Huzakiewski almost pushes that through. Just a quality chance and unable to pound it in there. Nemo falls onto the ball. Put back underway by Chicago. From the back line, the fire working. The right back centers it up. Christopher Cups to Emiliano. Neck to Cups again. Looking down the right touch line. Chicago and the Fire see it knocked away by Chattanooga. They're just outside of the final third where they'll be on the attack. Might have a player shaken up. Extremely discouraged to see that. Anselin going to get a change for Yuval Cohen. Yuval Cohen has been a really nice piece for Chattanooga until their match at New York. He had seen pretty limited minutes overall this season. Now we're seeing them use Yuval Cohen a second match in a row before the half, making the change in the 40th minute. So I like to see that, trying some different things down there in the final third is Chattanooga. Ball will stay with the Fire just beyond midfield as they're on the attack, working from right to left, closing out this first half. Clean sheet right now, certainly have quite a bit left to go. I know we'll have some added time on half one. Fire thrown in. Chicago tries to knife that through. It's loose. Chattanooga skies this thing over the top. Yuval's right there, 2 defenders. Cups keeps it away from Cohen. And now Chavez gets it back from Neck. Sent long down toward the midfield stripe. Through is the Fire. Chicago on the move from right to left. Down toward the final third. Long feed. Cut off by Hanchard and gloved by Jakupovic. Andrew Breezy leading the Chattahooligans in a chant right now, standing on top of a platform in front of Section 109. I don't know if you can hear him. He says, "Should we ask them for a goal?" and begins the chant, saying, "Let's score." Chattanooga from midfield hits the brakes. Back line for CFC. Sent long through, down to the wing. Nodded inside towards the penalty arc. Barker John leaves it off for the 18. Intercepted in the face of Alex McGrath. Chicago. Pinballed 1, 2, 3 quick passes through traffic. Now beyond midfield. He's moving. Roped it down the left touch line. Into the wing. Chicago keep the ball alive. Fire looking for a centering feed in the 42nd minute. Left off in front of the 18, and Chicago will have to reset. Damian goes to Cups. Chavez, the right back, and Chicago has it busted up. Almost able to move that thing all the way forward. Still no one on the sheet. Whoa, a big collision. We play on. Chattanooga's on the move. They've got numbers. 4-on-2 scoring chance down into the edge of the 18. Left off for Yuval Cohen, and he misfired the pass. much on the pass as it rolls off over the end line. It's goal kick for Nemo. 43rd minute where we're scoreless. Chicago moving it around on the back line. Right back, Chattanooga bringing some pressure. Chicago in trouble. Barker John screams up in there and now passed away from Alex McGrath. Here comes Chattanooga on the rotation. Chicago airs this out over the top. Hanchard there, this thing getting a little chaotic as it sails back to midfield through the air. Chattanooga's man cuts down a Chicagoan, and he's able to draw the call. Richard Dixon is arguing his man's case. It's a close one. Either way, we play on. Chicago taking over with possession. All the way back to Nemo, 44th minute, halfway gone, scoreless. Somehow nothing in the sheet yet. I'm certain we're going to see something busted up here pretty quickly, whether it's in added time on half one or after the break. Chattanooga would love to overcome the fire with where they're at in the table, where we're at in the season. In fact, Chattanooga is seeking to remain unbeaten in the month of June. Fire to the circle. Chicago, their man goes down and immediately blown dead by our referee. Yuval Cohen suffers the call. Milan and Fleming are right there. Fleming will kick us underway. Back to Nemo, the keeper. And the fans rising to their feet in Chattanooga, not just the supporters, the entire crowd. As the fourth official calling for 3 minutes of added time on half one. And that takes us to 3/4 of an hour played. Our first half almost retired. No scoring between these two. Chattanooga and Chicago continue their tug of war. Centers it up. Knifed away by Milan. Taken right back. Eves harassed by a pair. And this is sent the other way. Chicago able to dig it out of there, but the referee, Hadzik, says too much from Tertian. Coach is not happy about that. Michael Matkovich shouting out as the call with Chattanooga waved his hand at the referee saying, not having it. Chattanooga rotates to their back line and Eldine comes way out to send this over the top. Jakupovic can't find anyone. Left off by Stevie. Luis Jean gets the football back. Stevie just beyond midfield, rolled down to the touchline on the left side. Chattanooga well into the final third, goes backward with it again to Stevie Luis Jean, and now he centers it up to Huzakiewski on the center field circle. Luke Huzakiewski across, Farid Sarsar. Down into the wing, Barker John. Damian cuts it for the end line, a floater through to the back door, centered up to the spot, and perfectly delivered by Chattanooga's captain. Alex McGrath scores a beat from the spot. It's 1-0 Chattanooga. McGrath scores his 5th goal of the season. gets it done for Chattanooga Football Club. It's 1-0. What a score by Alex McGrath. One of the most prolific in the history of this club. He was a key piece, a key part of the transition phase from NISA, arguably the best player in NISA. During the finishing days of the league for Chattanooga, they pivot up to MLS Next Pro, and he has continued to be a very powerful piece of this roster for Chattanooga. Back from injury, scores another one to continue his return to the field for CFC. In added time, Chattanooga's going to the break up 1-0. Back underway, Chicago from the circle, dished across, Damian, long ball to Milan. Harassed now by Eves. Chayat trying to bang this away from the end line, centered and cleared. '49th minute, it's 1-0 Chattanooga. We played 3 of added time. 3 minutes of added time have been played. Gonna let him throw the corner in. Chicago. Time for at least this one set piece. Damian Neck. Sent long over the top backside of the 6 and punched out of there by Eldine. And that gonna wrap up our first half and take us into the break between Chattanooga and Chicago. Alex McGrath, the captain, scoring to make it 1-0. He scores his 5th of the season and sends us to the break in an exciting one between these two. Chattanooga in the lead after 3/4 of an hour. Can they find a way to extend it? Will they beat Chicago Fire for the first time and end June unbeaten? Find out. Come back for halftime analysis in just a moment from Chattanooga.
The last class of the day for my student athletes isn't English, science, or math. It's school sports, where the #1 priority is teaching, just like every other classroom. As their coach, I help them grow as leaders and become better people, preparing them for the game and, more importantly, for life. That's why the best wins are the lessons they learn, which will impact them long after their playing days are over. Encourage your student to participate in school sports.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Looking for something fun for the whole family? Chattanooga FC has you covered. Bring everyone out to Finley Stadium for a night full of energy, excitement, and so much to do. It's a place where fans of all ages can come together and be part of something special. From the first whistle to the final moment, there's always something happening. Make it a night to remember with Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
Come on, Liam, let's go! Get open! Come on, go for it! Wake up! Wake up, Liam! Oh, come on, use your head! Gotta want it! Dominate!
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know. We're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. Like, it's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The moment happens fast. The replay lives here. NSBNsports.com brings you every highlight, every update, and every story that matters. From the biggest plays to the latest news, it's all right here on NSBN. Watch the top moments, catch the viral plays, stay ahead of every story. Follow at NSBN Sports across social media for highlights, clips, and real-time updates. Stay connected, stay in the game. At NSBN Sports across the web.
Plan on flying? It's time to upgrade to a real ID. Because in order to board domestic flights, your driver's license or state-issued ID must be a real ID, or you'll need another acceptable form of identification. So don't wait. Find out how to get your real ID at tsa.gov/real ID. That's tsa.gov/real ID, or visit your local DMV. And then you'll be cleared for takeoff.
Hello, I'm Kevin, President of the Dementia Society of America. Request our free guide. It includes information on brain health checkups and much more. Go to 1-800-DEMENTIA.org or call 1-800-DEMENTIA. Your brain will thank you.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning, they're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades, they're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater, becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The action doesn't stop when the game ends. Stay connected with Chattanooga FC all season long. Follow along for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Catch the biggest plays, the best goals, and the stories that matter most. Be part of the conversation and stay close to the club every single day. Follow Chattanooga FC on social media and never miss a moment. ChattanoogaFC.com.
Meet Keith, loving dad, board game champ, bus driving pro.
I drive 65,000 miles in my bus each year. If people knew what I know, lives could be saved. Like how there are some things I simply can't see. On my route the other day, a car tried to sneak past me and ends up right in my blind spot. I turned slowly, so accident avoided. But no car should be in the blind spot for a 40,000-pound bus. It's our roads. It's our safety.
Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Rep your club. Rep your city. Chattanooga FC gear is the perfect way to show your pride every day. From t-shirts and hats to scarves and more, there's something for every fan. Whether you're at the match or out around town, you can wear the badge with pride. Stand out in the crowd and be part of the movement that makes this club special. Gear up today and take Chattanooga FC with you wherever you go. Shop now and represent Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
When I started school sports, I didn't know who I wanted to be. I just wanted to play.
But looking back, I developed character, resilience, and integrity. And now I'm settled in a career. I'm a leader to my own kids and my community. I know who I am and where I belong, and it started with school sports. I found my place. Find yours.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. When I'm making a wide turn in my bus, I'll remember to be careful. Please give me plenty of space to finish my turn before you drive ahead. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
This is McGruff the Crime Dog, and I need you to help me take a bite out of crime. Another teenager, victim to fake pills bought from social media. This doesn't seem like a drug deal, but it definitely is. Should buying prescription pills be that easy? Many fake pills contain fentanyl, and an amount small enough to fit on the tip of a pencil can be lethal. So listen, before buying pills from social media, think again. Learn more at mcgruffpsa.org and go for real. Brought to you by USPTO and the National Crime Prevention Council.
Do you know a veteran in need? Nation's Finest, through the VA's Supportive Services for Veteran Families program, helps veterans and their families struggling with rent, employment, and other housing-related costs. Today, Nation's Finest operates more than 30 locations in California, Arizona, and Nevada, helping thousands of veterans every year. Visit nationsfinest.org or call 1-833-468-9676. That's 1-833-468-9676.
Everyone can help keep our roads safe. When I'm driving my truck, I'll remember to check my mirrors for smaller vehicles. And when you're on the road, try to avoid lingering in my blind spots. Let's all plan to share the road safely. Visit www.sharetheroadsafely.gov.
As a referee, I pay attention for a living. While I'm busy watching the game, I need your help keeping an eye on the stands. If you see something suspicious, make the right call. Tell a law enforcement official.
If you see something, say something is used with permission by the New York Metropolitan Transportation Authority.
Become a part of the Chattanooga FC family. Season tickets are available now, offering you the best seats and exclusive perks. Enjoy priority access, special events, and much more. Whether you're a die-hard fan or new to the game, there's a place for you with CFC. Visit cfctix.com and secure your season tickets today. Together, we're unstoppable. And together, we make every game an event to remember. Chattanooga FC, where loyalty meets passion.
The last class of the day for my student athletes isn't English, science, or math. It's school sports, where the #1 priority is teaching, just like every other classroom. As their coach, I help them grow as leaders and become better people, preparing them for the game and, more importantly, for life. That's why the best wins are the lessons they learn, which will impact them long after their playing days are over. Encourage your student to participate in school sports.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
Looking for something fun for the whole family? Chattanooga FC has you covered. Bring everyone out to Finley Stadium for a night full of energy, excitement, and so much to do. It's a place where fans of all ages can come together and be part of something special. From the first whistle to the final moment, there's always something happening. Make it a night to remember with Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
Come on, Liam, let's go! Get open! Come on, go for it! Wake up! Wake up, Liam! Oh, come on, use your head! Gotta want it! Dominate!
There he goes again. Liam's dad yelling from the stands, trying to relive his glory days.
I know. We're just trying to have fun out here and play with our friends. Like, it's not that deep.
He seriously needs to get a grip.
Does he really think he's helping Liam play better?
I feel bad for Liam. I know he's embarrassed his dad ruins every game like this. I mean, I would be too.
Someone needs to tell him this isn't about him.
Yeah, stop trying to coach from the stands and just cheer.
That's what Liam wants.
That's what we all want.
Be your student's biggest fan, not their biggest critic. This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The moment happens fast. The replay lives here. NSBNsports.com brings you every highlight, every update, and every story that matters. From the biggest plays to the latest news, it's all right here on NSBN. Watch the top moments, catch the viral plays, stay ahead of every story. Follow at NSBN Sports across social media for highlights, clips, and real-time updates. Stay connected, stay in the game. At NSBN Sports across the web.
Plan on flying? It's time to upgrade to a real ID. Because in order to board domestic flights, your driver's license or state-issued ID must be a real ID, or you'll need another acceptable form of identification. So don't wait. Find out how to get your real ID at tsa.gov/real ID. That's tsa.gov/real ID. Or visit your local DMV. and then you'll be cleared for takeoff.
Hello, I'm Kevin, President of the Dementia Society of America. Request our free guide. It includes information on brain health checkups and much more. Go to 1-800-DEMENTIA.org or call 1-800-DEMENTIA. Your brain will thank you.
How can you measure the value of education-based athletics? Well, the value is in what makes it invaluable. That's because school sports aren't just about winning, they're about learning and growing. School sports aren't just about gaining trophies and accolades, they're about learning life lessons, bringing a whole community together, developing character and integrity, having coaches who mentor you, and teammates who become lifelong friends. And you can't put a price on any of that. That's what makes education-based athletics invaluable. Of course, when you participate in school sports, you want to win and become a better athlete, but the purpose is so much greater: becoming a better person. Support your local school sports programs. And if you have a student, encourage them to get involved.
This message presented by the NFHS and the National Interscholastic Athletic Administrators Association.
The action doesn't stop when the game ends. Stay connected with Chattanooga FC all season long. Follow along for highlights, behind-the-scenes moments, and exclusive content you won't find anywhere else. Catch the biggest plays, the best goals, and the stories that matter most. Be part of the conversation and stay close to the club every
This is the National Sports Broadcast Network. Free and live sports from NSBNsports.com.
Delivered perfectly to the back of the net.
Now we go back to Gabriel Schrei for more live coverage.
Welcome back, and inside of Finley Stadium, kickoff as we are underway with half number 2 right now. 3/4 of an hour left to play. We've already got 3/4 of an hour in the books. Alex McGrath scoring just before the break to make it 1-0 Chattanooga Football Club. McGrath beautifully placed that through for Chattanooga. Chattanooga sends this along over the top. It's gathered and controlled quickly. Nothing doing for this CFC side on the attack to open half 2. Nemo will get us started again. All the way through for Chicago. Chattanooga gets back after it and knocks this away. Ball went long through from one end to the other end of the pitch. And as it rolls off, the Fire will take over. Chicago Fire looking to throw this in from the corner on the close end. Chicago roped over the top and knocked away by Eldine. Chicago places that perfectly to the backside of the 6. Eldine gets elevated, airborne, punches it with both hands to send that away. Damian to deliver the corner from the other side now as it's back-to-back set pieces for the Fire. Chicago in the 48th minute, it's 1-0 Chattanooga. Fire bend this with a 6, knotted perfectly through, just inside of the left stick, the score! Goal for Chicago Fire 2, it's 1-1 in Chattanooga. What a score for the Chicago Fire off the set piece. Very well done. Just a perfect nod to push that through. It went through traffic. Eldine is screened a little bit. It goes inside of that left stick right in front of him. Damian Villanueva scoring for the Fire. Villanueva records his first of the season for the Chicago Fire to equalize us at a goal apiece. And we're back underway with Chattanooga sending this long over the top. An immediate collision In the back third, going to give the ball right back to the Fire of Chicago. Set over the top. From midfield, Chicago going to send it down the left touchline toward the wing. Ball is taken away by Chattanooga, and Farid will tag it up inside of the 18. Chattanooga working right to left in the second half. Deadlocked at a goal apiece midway through our 50th minute. Eldin Jakupovic with a ball cap on, walking it over the penalty arc. Jakupovic facing into the sun. Nodded away by Chicago and off into the brickwork. Big collision. Ball stays with them. Gonna reset. Chicago watching Chattanooga walk this over to the touchline right in front of their bench. Chattanooga electing who to throw in, and they'll throw it behind midfield. Hanchard harassed by Chicago. Banging around, this rolls off and stays with the Fire. Hanchard was right there. Chicago successfully able to keep possession. Dean Bolt's the one who was able to put together that play. Thrown in immediately, taken by Chattanooga and left off. Mengarov on top of the football. 1-1, 51st minute, about to become the 52nd. Chattanooga from midfield, down in front of the 18 on the right side, fires a shot. Uval comes off the side of the net. Remains deadlocked at a goal apiece between these two. Here's the bend inside, knocked away immediately by the Fire. Chattanooga will regather. From the corner on the far side, their man is jostled and disrupted, but stays with it. Mengarov out front of the penalty arc, fires off the defender, and this is roped to Nemo through the air. Nemo finds the ball out of the air. And now the keeper will clear it away with a kick from alongside the spot. Dishes this across the Chicago Fire from their own back third. A roper over the top through the air, down toward the 18. Chicago sees this taken up, and Farid on the end line with possession. Cleared away unintentionally into the brickwork. So put back underway, the ball out toward midfield. Chicago working it back and forth. Chicago tries this long. Chattanooga takes it away in the 6. Ball skeeters through down inside, and Chattanooga able to clear it away. Chicago regathering from just in front of the midfield stripe. One pass, now 2. Knocked back towards center field. Into the circle. Rushed forward by Chicago. Here's a long pass to the 18. Shot off the side of the net again. And we remain deadlocked at a goal apiece. Really quality chance. It'll draw another opportunity on a set piece for Chicago. That's a good beat on it. Long pass goes past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 defenders. Eves is there to break it up with the help of LD. Chicago, though, a very high quality chance. So another set piece comes to the Fire. Chicago aired out, nodded away from deep in the 6 by Hughes-Akuski. The Fire will regather and roll this across to the close side. Just in the final third, Bolt sends it for the penalty arc, knocked away by Hughes-Akuski. Regathered, the Fire. Turian sends it for the 18, and as it bounces through, the whistle will give this to Chattanooga. That'll wrap up the 55th minute as well, as it's still 1-1. Sent across by Chattanooga from their own back third. They're going to air it out. Long over the top looking for Yuval Cohen. It's a fight for the ball. Somehow he comes through with it. Hadzik, no call. Down on the end line. Left out front. No one there for Chattanooga. Magnadov is right there as this is kept with a Fire. Chicago almost sees it stolen back. Hughes-Akuski was on top of it. Around one defender, 2-3. Pushed out to the circle. From midfield, Chicago. A roller across to the far side as they work left to right all the way from their own 18. Down to the opposing 18 now. He's got it in the wing on the left side. Out front near the penalty arc. Long feed across to the right side of the 18. Chicago steps to the inside and hammers a Golazo. What a strike! A lightning bolt through to the corner for the Fire to make it 2-1 Chicago. In the 57th minute, air mail overnight shipping as he's got a brace. What a score for the Chicago Fire. Chicago leading by a goal in the 57th minute over Chattanooga at Fort Finley in Tennessee.
His second of the match in the 57th minute.
Officials and medical staff conversation on the touchline.
See your season ticket holder giveaway winner, Gene Rakowski. Just
maybe some confusion. Trying to get this sorted so we can get back underway where Chicago leads by a goal.
Want to be eligible to win premium giveaways? Season ticket holders have access to win elevated gifts all season long. With CFC women's season tickets starting at just $40, become a season ticket holder today at CFC Tickets.
So after this, Chattanooga going to send it long over the top. And the ball immediately knocked away and off. Not able to put that together. Fire will throw in with possession just beyond the edge of their own back third. Long toss down to midfield for Chicago. Ball went off immediately, taking their time for another throw-in. This will be a throw-in. Chicago. Some dickering and dealing at midfield. We got a player teed up a little bit. Fareed Sarsar being checked medically for a head injury. Melanie Schaefer with him. We get the signal from Hatzig to play on. So we do. The ball thrown in by the Chicago Fire, who are leading by a goal. Almost through 60. Fire are behind midfield playing pitch and catch. And this is sent long through from center field. The Fire see it knocked away by Chattanooga. They're going to throw in quickly here. From the far side.
Substitution for CFC. Entering the game is number 3.
Chattanooga making a change. Tate Robertson coming on, as well as Amzian Sid Mahan.
Alex McGrath.
Robertson is replacing McGrath. Huzakiewski being replaced by Amzian Sid Mahan. Chicago will throw in from alongside the 18, deep in the wing on the left side.
Both subs taking place in the 61st minute.
This is sent in towards the 6. Chattanooga collects and sends it out of there. They're trailing by a goal to Chicago, 2-1, as we played 1 hour between these two sides. Well played out toward midfield. Long feed by Chattanooga, taken by Chicago, and Amzian Sid Mahan knocks it away over the end line. Amzian showing off the speed. So goal kick for Nemo, and Chicago send it to the center field stripe and more. Down through into the attacking end, but Chattanooga pulls this down and centers it to the keeper, Eldine. Again, trailing by a goal, Chicago leads on the road over Chattanooga, who has never beat them. They're going to build out from their own 18-yard box on the backside. Chattanooga through to midfield. Fareed knifes around a defender, pushed forward. Mangadov getting some help. 2 defenders all over Eves. He goes back to Daniel. Trying to sidestep a double team. Push down towards the corner, and this is off over the end line as we open the 63rd minute. Corner coming for Chattanooga. Clutch set piece. Delivered long, no one there. Amzian ropes it on goal, and it's gloved by Nemo. He falls onto that, swimming right to the ball and covering it up. 2-1 Chicago. 64th minute of play. The camera crew is placing bets over me right now. They're gambling on video games or something. I don't know. There's gambling going on. This is sent long down into the final third and cleared away by Chicago. All the way back to Eldin Jakupovic, the keeper. 64th minute, sent across. Chattanooga's reset from their own back third and now going long again out to midfield, trying to build it through. 65th minute on top of us right now. It's been a really good match, these two sides. I mentioned at the beginning, we've talked about it. Chattanooga has never beaten Chicago Fire in MLS Next Pro Play. This is going to be your roller down through for the Fire of Chicago, trying to find possession alongside the 18, and instead the ball is off. Big collision just behind center field circle. Fans not thrilled with the lack of a call for Chattanooga. There is one against Chicago, as Robertson will kick us underway quickly. Down through toward the final third. Another couple of collisions. Moving it backward, Chattanooga going to lose this to Chicago. The Fire dish to their back line. Looking forward beyond the circle, nowhere to connect. And so Chicago rolls to the keeper. Nemo with the ball. Given off to him by Nagel. Nemo's going to air this out over the top for Chicago, and the Fire ball rolls through to Eldin. Jakupovic, the keeper of Chattanooga, tees it up for the back line. Farid across to Eves. Chi-Up and Chattanooga are trailing by a goal. Well beyond an hour played. We're in the 66th minute of play. Barker John. Aired that out, Chattanooga. Sid Mahan through into the final third. Anzion cuts it into the 18. Centering feed cut off by Chicago. Couldn't clear it. Tate Robertson disrupts. Gets it back in front of the area and blown dead before he can take a shot as there's a collision down inside. Chicago's man appears to be okay. Glad to see that. That was worrisome. So the keeper will put us back underway. Nemo. Like a rainbow over an ocean of defenders, sends the ball long. Knocked around. Chattanooga does take it up. CFC to their back line. Hansher. Matias. Down beyond midfield, Chattanooga. One pass now over to Robertson. Tate trying to find some sort of connection. And this is going to go long and off. 68th minute, about to become the 69th minute. A nice play down to the final third. Chicago. Chattanooga was trying to air that out over the top, and it's misdirected. Yuval off his forehead, nods it to the left, and goes wide of the stick. Kick underway by the keeper. Not going anywhere with that, as it's going to go. It's going to go through toward midfield. Good crowd tonight in Chattanooga. Just want to remind you, we have a cool event coming up. I'm very excited. I'm bringing the whole gang with me, and I'm going to turn them loose in the stands at Erlanger Park for the 4th of July celebration. The only fireworks in town. Get on your horse, saddle up, get your cowboy boots, get your cowboy hat. We have got a show for you on the 4th of July at Erlanger Park. Inter Miami comes to town to play Chattanooga. ChattanoogaFC.com tickets. CFCTix.com. Get your tickets. Be there with us. Inter Miami in Chattanooga on the 4th of July. And the only, can't say that one. I really got to get that across to you. The only live fireworks show on the 4th of July. There's going to be a drone show. Erlanger and Chattanooga have got the bombs. Down through into the final third. Chattanooga knocked around. This is cleared away by the Fire. Wrapping up our 69th minute. Couple of changes being made. After the brace, we're going to see one man come off. Congrats to Villanueva for a great match.
Number 34, Omar Gonzalez.
Omar Gonzalez has entered the match for Chicago Fire.
Both substitutions taking
oh boy.
place in the 71st minute.
Sent long over the top, and Nemo gloves this on the end line. 20 minutes left to go. "37-year-old Omar Alejandro Gonzalez plays with the Chicago Fire, and he's also a coach. But we saw he was eligible on the roster when we got the match day lineup today. 6'5". Previously played for the Galaxy, Toronto, CF Pachuca, Atlas FC. But he's in at center back now, a Dallas, Texas native, 37 years old. He had 52 caps for the U.S. men's national team. 52. Played for 9 years for USMNT. Played collegiately for the Maryland Terrapins before joining LA Galaxy. He represented the U.S. in the 2014 FIFA World Cup and 4 CONCACAF Gold Cups. Won the 2013 and 2017 editions. Last played for them in 2019 against Curacao. Anyhow, he's a huge piece of this American soccer history for USMNT and now playing for the Fire. Love to see it, man. Last played for them at the MLS level, 12 appearances in 2025. Forward, Chattanooga down into the 18, fires a shot, Nemo deflects it away, and it's going to be cleared out of there late in the 73rd minute. It's going to roll all the way through. This is taken down and delivered across. Chattanooga from behind midfield. All the way through to the final third, steps around a defender, into the 18, Chattanooga. Wow! Oh my goodness! Blow the train horn. He was on a track that was unstoppable. Barker John, are you kidding me? He swims upstream and buries that against Nemo to deadlock us in 2 goals apiece in Chattanooga. How in the world did he do that? Barker John from midfield, harassed from behind, poked at from the side, steps into the 18, around Gonzalez. A sliding attempt to knock that over the end line is Aaron. And he goes over the top of that final leg of a defender, around Nemo, backside, in the left stick, to deadlock us at 2 apiece in the 74th minute. So with just over a quarter of an hour to play, we are deadlocked at 2 goals apiece in Chattanooga. Wow, I cannot believe that goal. That was a wild individual effort. And we have a hydration break on the field.
Hydration break on the 75th minute.
These 2 clubs are going to take a moment to get a drink of water. 2 goals apiece. We'll see in a bit.
Rep your club. Rep your city. Chattanooga FC gear is the perfect way to show your pride every day. From t-shirts and hats to scarves and more, there's something for every fan. Whether you're at the match or out around town, you can wear the badge with pride. Stand out in the crowd and be part of the movement that makes this club special. Gear up today and take Chattanooga FC with you wherever you go. Shop now and represent Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
This is the National Sports Broadcast Network. Free and live sports from NSBNsports.com.
Delivered perfectly to the back of the net.
Now we go back to Gabriel Schrei for more live coverage.
Right before the break, Barker John scored a wild one, knifing through traffic, finds his way down to the end of the pitch. I mean, there were so many opportunities to disrupt him, and he just kept finding another layer, another way through Chicago Fire defenders. Barker John scores his 6th of the season for Chattanooga and deadlocks us at 2 apiece. After the hydration break, we're to the 77th minute between these 2. Sent through, pinballed around. Chattanooga defensively rolls this back to the keeper, Eldin Jakupovic. Nathan Kohler has come on to replace Hanchard at back line. Kohler has been a really fun piece to watch. Came from the Prescott Cables in England. A cold email brought him to the roster of Chattanooga, and boy, has he been a great piece to have. Barker John tries to knife his way around Chicago again. This time it's poked away. 78th minute, 2-2, Chattanooga and Chicago. Is that a turkey call? One of the Chattahooligans is using a turkey call. Sent long. Cutting to the inside, Chattanooga. Left off, Amzian sends it behind midfield. It's going to have to be regathered by Kohler. Almost misdirected that. Sent long by Chattanooga from midfield. Amzian Sidmahan into the 18, centering ball for Barker John, cleared away. Chicago sends it back to the center field stripe where it'll be run down by Kohler. Back forward to Amzian, steps to the inside, long winding feet across. And now to the circle. Chattanooga from midfield, taking their time building this out, deadlocked. Now they would be thrilled to force a shootout, get at least a point on the board, and go on and try and earn both at full time, which is what we might see out of these two sides. Here's a bend over the top by Chattanooga from the close side to the far side. Down in the edge of the wing, Chicago pokes it away. It's going to be regathered. Thrown in immediately, Chattanooga. Down in the front of the area for the penalty arc, Cohen through, and this is gathered by Nemo, the keeper, in the face of Barker John, who scored a moment ago. 80th minute has arrived. Chicago. Cross. Colin Thomas has come on for Chattanooga, the man from Canton, Georgia, native to the southeast. Played collegiately for Wake Forest. Won the ACC championship with the Demon Deacons during his playing days there. That's a tough conference in soccer. They've got one of my favorite analysts in college soccer television, and the great voice of Matt Stradley. This is left off by Chicago on an intercept to midfield and misdirected as it rolls off. 80th minute is almost gone, deadlocked at 2 apiece. 10 minutes left for one of these clubs to seize the lead and try to close this out with an outright win. Chattanooga, I'll remind you, has never beaten Chicago Fire. They played to draws and they've won shootouts, but they have never played to an outright win against these Fire. Beautiful night in the scenic city. Down across the center field line. Thomas takes it up on a feed from Kohler, goes right back to the man from Prescott. United Kingdom native to the Argentinian. The center back, Farid Sarsar, down the touchline on the right side, all the way deep into the wing near the corner. Chattanooga for the end line. Uval out front, taken away by Chicago. The Fire step around one defender. Now a long feed to keep it away from a second. Going to be run down way back by Chattanooga. All the way in their own back third, a reset before they get on the attack again. Sent long over the top. Amzian going to have it stolen away out of the air as we open our 82nd minute. If I had to guess right now, I'd say either 3 or 4 of stoppage time. And we're going to get a change for the Fire. Harrison Bernhardt coming on.
Substitution coming for the Chicago Fire, number 2.
Michael Matkovich, the head coach, has walked him over. Omar Gonzalez in the match right now for Chicago Fire, which is wild. I mentioned it when he came on, but 52 international appearances with the U.S. men's national team during his playing days, and now with the Fire of Chicago, playing in MLS Next Pro against Chattanooga right here in Tennessee. Think about that, all the different matches he appeared in. His last was against Curacao, who made so much noise in this World Cup in a CONCACAF match. But a longtime representative, 9 years representing the U.S. men's national team. And tonight, trying to take down Chattanooga at home. CFC with the ball just outside of their own 18-yard box. Nathan forward, Kohler finds Amzian Sidmahan, pinball through traffic, and Chicago intentionally brushes this off over the touchline. Throw incoming, 83rd minute, halfway gone, deadlocked at 2 apiece. All the way back to the midfield circle where it's Farid. Sarsar, the Argentinian, dished to Tate Robertson to the right side, just beyond the wing. Chattanooga gets it to the inside. Tate again. Sent long aerial play. Chattanooga knocked away from a would-be defender. CFC, the roper in the air, is going to be regathered. And Chattanooga's man run down on the edge of the wing, the ball with the Fire. I'll let you draw your own conclusion based on the sound of our crowd. I'm going to watch the replay again. And that's not a good look. It's not a good look. It's a look. It's not a good one. Deadlocked to 2 goals apiece. 84th minute, halfway gone in Tennessee. Chattanooga with the ball, battling the Chicago Fire. Chattanooga's back line with it, 10 yards behind the center field stripe. Farid Sarsar, the Argentinian, leaves it off. Kohler, back to Farid. Sarsar skies this long for Amzian, nodded away in front of the penalty arc. Yuval Cohen flipped across to Colin, the former Demon Deacon. Back towards center field. Kohler came from the Prescott Cables. Eves, Chaya down across toward the wing. Chattanooga's Barker John has got a beat on goal. Fires this out front of the 6. Hammered over the top and too much sauce for Chattanooga's man. This is off of the brickwork and it remains 2-2. 85th minute, halfway gone. Chicago starts quickly, trying to get on the attack. They've been back on their heels for most of the last quarter hour. They're going to make them kick again. They didn't like how quickly they started. Hadzik, our referee, sends them back. Big thanks to you for tuning in tonight. A lot of fun in this match. ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. Make sure you join us. I have friends coming from as far as the state of Michigan. We got a friend who's a member of the media coming all the way here from Michigan to be at the 4th of July match. So be cool. ChattanoogaFC.com. Don't be a square. I'm trying to think of some more old sayings for uncool. You know what I mean? Just come be at the match with us. There'll be fireworks. It's at Erlanger Park, the baseball venue. It'll be really cool. 4th of July, CFCTIX.com or ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab. We got a little collision. Oh, they're going to give him a free kick, and what a spot for this one for Chattanooga. 86th minute is halfway over. A hip bump is enough to draw the call. Chattanooga's man is 2 yards off the right corner, 15 yards downfield from the 18-yard box. Might be less, might be 12 yards, maybe 14 at the most. Tate Robertson and Daniel Mengadov standing by on top of the ball. Robertson, the signal for Chattanooga. Everybody's on the edge of the 18. Tate steps, fires long over the top, hammered to the backside, and too much sauce. It's just over the top of the crossbar for Yuval Cohen, and we remain deadlocked at 2 goals apiece. What a chance. Skied over Yuval. I mean, that thing is maybe 2 or 3 feet from being scored by Chattanooga. 87th minute, halfway gone, goal kick. Chicago starting to feel like they might be time wasting because they haven't been able to bring any pressure or really even flip the field in the last 20-25 minutes. Chattanooga at center field takes it away on a long ball by Chicago. The Fire bracing for another rush by the Scenic Cities Club. Chicago Fire Football Club back in a defensive shell, rotating quickly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 just in front of their 18. 4 playing near midfield in a circle. Chattanooga's 10 yards into the opposing side. Going to roll it back to the stripe. Kohler tries the left touch line where he finds Mengadov around the defender out front, and Amzian returns it to Nathan. Kohler from the back line again to Sid Mahan. Amzian leaves it off. Good feed through for Mengadov down in the corner on the close side. Daniel crossing ball all the way out front of the penalty arc. Robertson fighting for possession. Chattanooga can't regather. Knocked away. It's taken by the Fire. Chicago float this over the top of the synthetic turf and pinballs and is gathered. Up front, and Chicago to the spot late in the 88th minute as it becomes the 89th. Deadlocked at 2 goals apiece. Chattanooga takes it away from in front of the midfield circle, now to the 18. Amzian, a roller goes just wide. Nemo fingertips it. That thing goes 12 inches outside of the right stick. And a set piece coming for Chattanooga. Oh, almost finished. Amzian rushing, fires, just barely gloved, inches from scoring. What would have broken the deadlock and given Chattanooga the advantage late? 89th minute, halfway gone. 90 seconds left until we go to stoppage time. Corner coming for Chattanooga from the far side. Long bend, backside of the 6. Amzian for the spot, loose. Chattanooga, after this, gathered, rushed out front. Tate Robertson on the edge of the wing. Sid Mahan wants to sky this inside. Floater for the 6, nodded into the air out front of the 18 on the left side. Fighting for this, Nathan Kohler sent to the circle, brushed back across to Tate Robertson for Chattanooga. CFC from right to left in those Navy kits. Long aerial play across just beyond the wing in the 90th minute. Chattanooga hits the brakes, cuts to the end line. CFC looking for the 6. A skied ball goes over the top and pinballs off of the American flag. 90th minute is halfway gone as we're closing in on stoppage time in Tennessee. What a chance for Yuval Cohen in Chattanooga. He didn't have the touch he needed. He was right there to make the play. Chicago tries to go to midfield. They're going to have to return it to the back line. Chattanooga has been pouring on the pressure. This is Gonzalez. 52 caps for the U.S. men's national team. Center back went forward. This is knocked around and rolls off. The 38-year-old is going to stay out there for 5 more minutes in Tennessee tonight because we'll play 5 of stoppage time. Deadlocked. 1.5 hours are gone. We're going to play 5 minutes of stoppage time and see if we can get a winner here at Finley Stadium. It's 2-2, Chattanooga and Chicago. Great crowd in Tennessee tonight. Tickets moving quickly at Erlanger Park. Be sure to join us on the 4th of July. ChattanoogaFC.com tickets. Rushed forward, Chattanooga. Eldin Jakupovic, the give. CFC 10 yards behind midfield. We've already used our first minute of 5 of stoppage time. Chattanooga's Eldin Jakupovic, floater long, down towards the wing on the close side. Robertson pushes it, centered up in front of the 18. Chattanooga across Yuval Cohen. They're 20 yards back from the 18-yard box now. Eves across to the wing on the far side. Dribble, dribble, dribble. Wants to cut out front of the 18. Around a defender for the corner. Chattanooga hits the brakes. Damian Barker-John, what a move! With greased lightning, sends it inside. Amzian has it on the edge of the area. Oh, what a reversal! Fires a howitzer and it's gloves down inside. Wow! It remains 2-2, 90 seconds gone in stoppage time. What a chance for Chattanooga. That's a really nice play. Fading left glove save by Nemo. Man, I thought he was dead to rights. Chattanooga going to try an aerial play. 2 minutes gone in stoppage time. And Sid Mahan's ball taken by Nemo. Richard Dixon is more animated than usual right now. The Jamaican legend, who is one of the greats in Chattanooga Football Club history, on his feet, shouting to his guys, trying to get something coordinated. I'm not sure what he's looking for here. Very animated as Yuval Cohen comes down the close touch line, cuts it out in front of the 18, through the edge of the area, and rolls this one for Yves Chayef. Chayef leaves it off for Barker-John. Damian around a defender, stumbles, it's on the penalty arc, banged around, taken by Chicago. They're going to try to clear it just away from one Chattanooga defender. Rolled across for the midfield stripe. Chicago's got the ball for the circle. Chicago through midfield and more, 5 yards beyond the center field stripe. The Fire are on the attack now, flexing out and looking to put a shot on against Chattanooga. 3 minutes gone in stoppage time as we enter the 94th. It's 2-2, deadlocked between Chicago and Chattanooga. Skied away by the Fire. Chattanooga returns this. Aerial volleys. Chicago Chicago's got possession just a couple of feet behind the stripe. Sent long, roped over the top. Chicago's got it, 2-on-2. Down to the edge of the 18, cuts it in, hammered over the top. And the kids up on the concourse will gather the football. 3.5 minutes played in stoppage time. A shootout hanging heavy, looming over these two clubs. 3 points on the line. 2-2 between Chicago and Chattanooga right now. Chattanooga could really use the points. They're at 6th in the Eastern Conference. 2 positions above the cutoff line, midway through our MLS Next Pro season. Sky long down into the 18. Nemo's got the football. Took a couple of bounces. Chicago gets us started again as we open the 95th. Chattanooga, they don't want to go to the shootout. Chattanooga leaves it off to the close side, right to left. Here we go. Taking their time. Barker John, time for 1 rush, maybe 2. Yuval Cohen cuts it back into the 18. Out front, left off, penalty arc. Chattanooga Robertson dead on from in front of the 18. Rolled to the far side to Amzian Sedmahat. 94:32 on the clock in Chattanooga. We've almost played our 5 of stoppage time all the way back to the circle. Farid Sarsar, the Argentinian, the Kohler, down toward the wing. Thomas, the Georgia native. Colin Thomas centers it. Chattanooga's Yuval Cohen just over the top. Oh, I thought he had it. Cohen, just too much sauce. We played 5 of stoppage time. Chattanooga will have a set piece. This probably will do it. 96th minute, Chattanooga. Everybody's loaded up inside of the 18. CFC from the close side. Here's the bend by Tate Robertson, backside of the 6, swatted away. And full time. Full time in Chattanooga. We play to a draw, 2-2. An absolute war down in front of the sticks. The last half of an hour felt like a full court press employed by Richard Dixon. And man, did they let Chicago have it as we play to this draw in Tennessee. That means we'll go to the shootout for the extra point. Both clubs have won a point with a 2-2 draw. And what a finish. Man, it is a hot day here. That will wear you out. That thing felt like a boxing match. Left hook, uppercut, right hook, uppercut, left hook. They have given each other black eyes. We'll go to the shootout and see who can take the extra point. 5 shooters apiece when we return.
Looking for something fun for the whole family? Chattanooga FC has you covered. Bring everyone out to Finley Stadium for a night full of energy, excitement, and so much to do. It's a place where fans of all ages can come together and be part of something special. From the first whistle to the final moment, there's always something happening. Make it a night to remember with Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
The moment happens fast. The replay lives here. And NSBNsports.com brings you every highlight, every update, and every story that matters. From the biggest plays to the latest news, it's all right here on NSBN. Watch the top moments, catch the viral plays, stay ahead of every story. Follow at NSBN Sports across social media for highlights, clips, and real-time updates. Stay connected, stay in the game. At NSBN Sports across the web.
Looking for something fun for the whole family? Chattanooga FC has you covered. Bring everyone out to Finley Stadium for a night full of energy, excitement, and so much to do. It's a place where fans of all ages can come together and be part of something special. From the first whistle to the final moment, there's always something happening. Make it a night to remember with Chattanooga FC. ChattanoogaFC.com.
This is the National Sports Broadcast Network. free and live sports from nsbnsports.com.
Delivered perfectly to the back of the net.
Now we go back to Gabriel Schrei for more live coverage.
Back in Tennessee, welcome inside of Finley Stadium. We played to a 2-2 draw after 96 minutes. Now hold on, this is a 100% of your brain activity, not only to explain it, to understand the shootout. So in MLS Next Pro, you can play to a draw just like any other league in the world, but MLS Next Pro has implemented a shootout for an extra point after every draw. So now these two clubs have selected 5 shooters apiece. We'll see 10 total shooters, and whoever has more makes at the end of 10 shooters wins the shootout. They get an extra point in league standings, in league play. Told you, that's a 100% of your brain activity. If we're tied after 5 shooters apiece, then you just go 1-1 until somebody makes it and somebody misses. Chattanooga has elected Tate Robertson, the wily veteran, as their first shooter. He returned from the roster. He had a stint back in the NISA days. Been a long-time staple in Tennessee. Robertson, the first shooter for Chattanooga, taking his time with the ball. It's all set up. Nemo between the sticks, ready to go. Robertson, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.5 steps back. Well inside of the edge of the 18. Fires right side and gets it to go. It's 1-0 Chattanooga in the shootout. Chattanooga leads the shootout. Robertson shoots first. Nemo goes right. The ball was to the right of Robertson. It would have been Nemo's left. An easy make for Chattanooga to get it started. They lead the shootout 1-0. And the Fire.
In goal, number 1.
They're going to go with Fleming. Trip Fleming facing down the elder statesman and Eldin Jakupovic. He takes 4 steps back, just a touch off the ball. Steps, drives it, gloved, and it's rolling near the line. Did he save the ball? What an unbelievable save by Eldin Jakupovic. Wow! He has done some nuts stuff. That's one of the best saves I've seen by Eldin. Oh my gosh! He batters the ball one-handed. It stops it in the air. It's slowly rolling straight down the end line towards goal. Eldin flips onto his other side, dives and bats it out of there with the other hand. What a play. That is nuts. It's 1-0 after a shooter apiece. Chattanooga has selected Amzian Sid Mahan as their second shooter. They lead 1-0. Third shooter overall. Sid Mahan dead on from the ball, straight back. Walks to the right, step 1, 2, 3, fires left side. Nemo goes the wrong way again. It's 2-0 Chattanooga Football Club in the shootout. Chattanooga leads the shootout 2-0. Amzian Sid Mahan makes it. Jakupovic made the save.
Second kicker for the Chicago Fire, number 28, Dean Bolts.
Dean Bolts. The second shooter. Shuffles, steps, stops, fires right side and gets it to go. It's 2-1. Chattanooga still leading by a shooter after 2 apiece.
Current PK score, Chicago Fire 1, CFC 2. Third kicker for the CFC, number 90, Yuval Cohen.
Yuval Cohen selected as the third shooter. Number 90 finds his way to the spot for Chattanooga. Yuval standing directly on the spot, staring down Nemo, kisses the ball before he places it. Chattanooga leading the shootout 2-1. Both clubs have used 2 shooters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Timely steps back. aside. Shuffles, approaches, stops, fires right side, got him. Got him, he dove early, he went right. The ball goes left. Yuval Cohen makes the third shot. Chattanooga a perfect 3 in a row. That stutter steps got him. Totally sold on it.
Fire FC 2, number 55, Damian Nick.
Damian Nick, the third shooter. Chicago's man steps to the right and saved. Now 2 missed shots for the Chicago Fire. If Chattanooga, they're just 2 shooters away from wrapping it up. It's 3-1 Chattanooga. 2 saves in the shootout for Chattanooga. Nemo cannot allow a make here. It would make it impossible for Chicago to win the shootout. Chattanooga would win the point. Manganov steps from the right, fires, he got it. Chattanooga wins! Chattanooga takes the extra point at home. 4-1 in the shootout. Daniel Manganov finishes the match. Chattanooga Football Club, a shootout win at home in electric fashion in Tennessee. Congratulations to Chattanooga Football Club. They played to a 2-2 draw and get the extra point. We hope you'll join us next time out for Chattanooga Football Club and be with us at Erlanger Park, the 4th of July, a 7:30 Eastern kick, the only fireworks show in town. ChattanoogaFC.com. Click onto the tickets tab, and we'll see you there. Again, your final score, a 2-2 draw. Chattanooga claiming the extra point in the shootout. They win the shootout 4-1 in electric fashion, thanks to the play of a veteran, Eldin Jakupovic, the statesman. He's been so good. He played all over Europe, won an FA Cup, played with Leicester City, played with Lokomotiv Moscow, played with the LA Galaxy, and now a star here in Chattanooga. We saw him squaring off against the center back who had 52 appearances, Gonzalez, for the U.S. men's national team tonight, right here at Finley. Just awesome to see that. Chattanooga wins the shootout. They take the extra point. Be with us the 4th of July. I'd also like to invite you to join us in person or watch our telecast. It'll be available online for free at the Chattanooga Football Club YouTube channel as the women's team closes their season on the 1st of July. That is a 7 Eastern kick. Chattanooga Football Club. Visit us, ChattanoogaFC.com, and we'll see you there.
Today's broadcast presentation is the property of the National Sports Broadcast Network and NSBNsports.com. This broadcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or distributed in any form without the express written consent of NSBN. All rights to this broadcast are reserved. For permissions or licensing, please contact NSBN. We appreciate you tuning in.